Whenever I know I need real deep sleep, maybe I've been overworked or overstimulated, or I just want to wake up feeling genuinely rested, I make this tea. The first time I made it with all six herbs together, I remember thinking the next morning, I don't remember waking up at all. Not once. That had not happened in a long time. And maybe there are those of you who can relate to this. Six herbs, each chosen for a specific reason. And what happens that night is consistently different from any other night. No waking up in the middle of the night, no lying down, unable to switch off. Just deep, sound, uninterrupted sleep. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I make it, and more importantly, explain the science behind why each herb in this blend does what it does to your nervous system and your brain. So here is what I do. I work with these six loose herbs. I add them to water and bring it to a gentle boil. I turn the heat off and let them steep. This is called decoction, slightly different from just pouring hot water over the herbs, which is infusion. The short boil helps pull out certain deeper compounds from roots and harder plant material, particularly from the valerian root. Then I let it steep for 10 to 15 minutes. The longer it sits, the deeper the brew. Then I strain it into my mug and drink it about an hour before I want to sleep. Now, let me walk you through each herb and exactly what it is doing. The first herb is valerian root. Valerian is one of the most well-researched sleep herbs in existence. Its primary mechanism is increasing GABA activity in the brain. GABA is your nervous system's main calming neurotransmitter. When GABA is low, or when your GABA receptors are not firing properly, your nervous system stays in a state of activation. You cannot switch off. You lie there thinking, processing, and unable to let go. Valerian helps your nervous system find the off switch. Research has shown it reduces the time it takes to fall asleep and improves overall sleep quality, particularly the deeper stages of sleep. The second herb is chamomile. Most people know chamomile as a calming tea, but fewer people know why it works. Chamomile contains a compound called apigenin, which binds to GABA A receptors in the brain, the same receptors targeted by certain pharmaceutical sleep medications, but gently and without the dependency or side effects. Apigenin has both sedative and anxiolytic effects, meaning it calms both the body and the racing mind that keeps so many people awake at night. The third herb is lavender. Lavender is one of the most studied herbs for anxiety and sleep, and it works through multiple pathways simultaneously. It modulates GABA activity, it reduces cortisol, and its aromatic compounds affect the limbic system, which is the emotional center of the brain, through both ingestion and inhalation. When you make this tea and the steam rises, you are already receiving the lavender before you even take the first sip. That is the herb working on two pathways at once. The fourth herb is lemon balm. Lemon balm works by inhibiting an enzyme called GABA transaminase, the enzyme responsible for breaking GABA down. When that enzyme is inhibited, GABA stays active in the nervous system longer. More GABA activity means a calmer, quieter nervous system at the time you need it most, when you are trying to let the day go and move into sleep. Lemon balm also works synergistically with valerian. The two herbs together have been shown in research to be more effective for sleep than either herb alone. The combination is not accidental in this blend. The fifth herb is skullcap. Skullcap is one of the most powerful nervines in Western herbalism, meaning it specifically nourishes and calms the nervous system. Its flavonoids activate GABA-A receptors and reduce nervous system hyperactivity. For people whose nervous systems are chronically overstimulated, running on stress, screen time, and mental overload, Skullcap is deeply quieting. The sixth herb is Passionflower. Passionflower also works on GABA receptors, but through a slightly different pathway than Valerian. Studies have specifically shown it increases slow wave sleep. That is your deepest, most restorative sleep stage. The kind of sleep where your body repairs tissues, consolidates memory, and restores energy. This is the herb for people who sleep but never feel rested. What you have in this blend is 6 herbs, almost all of them working on the GABA system, but through different pathways. That is not coincidence. That is the intelligence of plant medicine working together. So by now the tea has been steeping for about 15 minutes. I have strained the tea and I'm pouring it into my mug. The color is deep, earthy, warm. And the aroma alone is already doing something. That is the lavender and lemon balm working before the first sip. I drink this about an hour before I want to sleep, not right before bed. You want the herbs to have time to absorb and begin working through your system before your head hits the pillow. And I want to be clear about something. This is not a sedative. You are not going to feel knocked out or groggy the next morning. What you feel is your nervous system genuinely calming. It's like a natural, earned tiredness. The kind of tiredness that leads to real sleep, not just unconsciousness. I also have a deep sleep blend that includes some of these herbs. If you want a ready-made option, the link is in the description below. Sleep is one of the most powerful healing mechanisms your body has. And every single night is an opportunity for your nervous system to reset, your brain to consolidate, and your body to repair. And sometimes all it takes may be some herbs, some hot water, and 15 minutes of intention before bed. If this was useful, subscribe. Every week, I share content on herbs, nutrition, brain health, and nervous system wellness. Health Roots Holistic, rooted in nature, backed by science.